The dust is settling on the new reveals for Lexus, the TX and GX, not counting the LBX that we don't get here in the United States. But I already did a buying guide for the GX 550. Make sure to check that out. So we're also going to do a buying guide for its, I guess you could call its brother, the TX, the 3-row crossover, also a 3-row vehicle like the GX. But this is bigger, based off the Grand Highlander, more suited for families and efficiency. We know the GX will eventually have a hybrid, but that is really a sturdy, boxy, body-on-frame, off-roading capable vehicle. Not saying that the TX can't go off-road because it will have all-wheel drive, and I did take a Grand Highlander just slightly off-road in Hawaii for S's and G's, but here we are with the Lexus TX. We're going to break down the grades. It's the first time I've looked at this, and we'll be able, or at least I'll be able to kind of point you in the right direction on which trim level you should go for, which one will suit you best and your family best. So make sure you're subscribed because the driving event for the TX will be sometime this fall. So can't wait to drive it, tell you guys my impressions, and I really want to drive the 550h. Plus, we've never seen this hybrid powertrain for Lexus before. All right, you have 3 different TXs. You have the TX 350, which comes as a base, a premium, as well as a luxury. You have the TX 500h, which is only available in the F Sport Performance. And then you have the TX 550h Plus, which is only available in the luxury trim. Now, what is mind-blowing to me, and this is very like a swing and a miss for Lexus, is that the hybrids only have 6 passengers max. You can't fit 7, let alone 8 people. You can actually fit 8 people in the Grand Highlander, which is the same size of vehicle. So not only is Lexus not offering an 8-seater, their hybrids are not offering even a 7-seater, which is just very unfortunate in my opinion, because as a family man, I would love to have the plug-in hybrid to taking my kids around school, never really have to use gas, but only 6 seating means my family can fit in there and nobody else. We can't even take anyone, which maybe is a good thing, so I don't have to take anyone else's kids around. But what's the point of having a big vehicle if you can only fit 6 people in it? That's 1 more than the RX, and the RX only has 2 rows. All right. So, all right, with that aside, the 350 comes with a 2.4-liter turbo with 275 horsepower, 317 pound-feet of torque. The good news is all of them can tow 5,000 pounds regardless of the powertrain. The TX 350 can have front-wheel drive to reduce the cost of the vehicle. Hybrid Max, aka 500h F Sport Performance, only 6 passengers, 366 horsepower, 409 pound-feet of torque, and it is all-wheel drive standard with an E-axle on the back to power the rear wheels. And you also have that same E-axle on the back of the plug-in hybrid, which we've never seen before in a plug-in hybrid from Lexus. It's typically a pretty small electric motor. This thing is like more than double the capacity of what we see in electric motors in the past for Lexus and Toyota for that matter. So it's reprising the role of the 3.5-liter V6, 406 horsepower. Torque is not really a thing Toyota communicates with their eCVTs, but yes, no traditional transmission here. And keep in mind, do they even mention transmission at all? I don't think so. So TX 350 is 8-speed auto, TX 500h is the 6-speed auto, and then 550h Plus is the eCVT setup that we see in all Toyota and Lexus hybrids for the most part that are not the Hybrid Max powertrains. All right, let's get into the base features of the TX. We already mentioned the powertrain. You have power folding mirrors as standard on the base model, aluminum roof rails, 20-inch wheels are standard, power rear door with kick sensor, and LED fog lamps. For example, the Grand Highlander base models, the XLE models, only have they have 18-inch wheels. So 20-inch wheels are on their higher trims. They're the limited and the platinum, I believe. Interior, seating for 7, new Lux. So there are no cloth seats like the Grand Highlander on the base trim. So we have fake leather here. You have a leather trim steering wheel. You have manual folding 3rd-row seats, but you also have the power optional seats on the higher trim levels, multi-zone climate control, ambient lighting, but it's not going to be the customizable ambient lighting. You have heated front seats, but not standard ventilated seats like the GX, for example. You have rear manual sunshades, which I knew was going to be standard because it is standard. Oh, it got dark in here. Computer, turn on all lights. There we go. Hopefully that helps. So I'm not looking like I'm in a cave here. You also have a wireless phone charger standard. It comes standard also with Lexus Safety System Plus 3.0 blind spot monitor. You have the digital latch here. Let's see here. Connected technologies, yada, yada, yada. You have wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. That's going to be the most important thing for most people. And for options, you have a cold area package with a windshield wiper deicer, headlamp washers, heated steering wheel. and digital key. All right, so let's get into the first package. You could say premium package here, and it's building off of the standard model. All right, so you have 20-inch different styled wheels because the base wheels do not have machine finishing. You have a pano roof, which is standard on the premium and above. That's great to see. I think on the Lexus GX 550, it's only available on like the Overtrail Plus model and like the Luxury Plus model. It's really hard to get. Power folding third row seats already on the premium. You have ventilated seats already. I'm already seeing this model here as the volume model. Lexus will sell the most percentage of this model, more than likely the premium model for the TX. Find out more about how great volume will break down when I'm driving it at the media drive this fall. Or you actually have memory seats here as well. Here's a swing and a miss as well. So you do not get parking sensors with auto braking on the base model. And that's something I really complained about on the Grand Highlander. And here we are in a Lexus that'll cost, I don't know, 5 to 10 grand more starting price. And it doesn't have intuitive parking assist, even as an option. I don't see on the base model. That is unacceptable in my opinion, but this is going to be, I think the standard model is going to be really rare, and this is going to be pretty much the base model in most places around the country. Yeah, for such a large vehicle not to have parking assist or proximity sensors, it's unfortunate. So yeah, I'm pretty much recommending premium or above because the standard model, I'd be happy to give up like power folding outside rear mirrors for parking sensors. I would be happy to get rid of the power rear door with kick sensor on the base model if it came with parking sensors. But my needs are different than everyone, but for such a large vehicle, anyways, don't want to get too much. On the premium model, you can actually get the Mark Levinson. On the GX, you'd have to go for some of the higher trim levels, so you can actually get it here on one of the entry-level models. You can also get captain's chairs as an option, which reduces the seating to just 6 people in such a big vehicle. Cold area package is available, technology package. So on this premium, the 12-inch MID behind the steering wheel is available here on the technology package, as well as a panoramic view monitor and advanced park. So it's all bundled in together. Then you also have an additional convenience package, which has front cross traffic alert, traffic jam assist. Those things are not my favorite. I actually find them both to be very annoying. I would be happy not to get the convenience package. All right, so let's move on to the luxury package, building on the premium. You have auto leveling headlamps with cornering lamps. You also have semi-aniline leather trimmed seats. So you're going from Nulux to leather, 4-way driver lumbar support and cushion extender. It's great to have thigh extension here. Heated second row outboard seats, heated steering wheel, thematic ambient lighting. So now you get the customizable ambient lighting on the inside. So on the TX 350, the 22-inch wheels are optional. They're not standard. I believe from what I've heard, they were wanting the 22-inch wheels to be standard on the luxury, but due to supply chain issues, 20-inch wheels are standard. So anyways, captain's chairs are optional here as well. So 7 seats standard on the luxury. Mark Levinson is an option. It's not standard on the luxury. So really, there's not a whole lot here to go for over the premium model because you can get a lot of these. Well, I guess the 22-inch wheels if you want the big wheels, but these features here are all available on the premium. 500h F Sport Performance Premium. Oh, there's 2 different grades of F Sport Performance. Interesting. Okay, so the premium model of the F Sport Performance, remember, only 6 passengers can ride in either trim level here, which is unfortunate. 360, well, we already talked about the powertrain. You have F Sport Adaptive Variable Suspension. You have dynamic rear steering, which I forgot to mention on my walk around in Austin. Really, it's not that big of a benefit for a vehicle of this size because it's not going to be like world beater in terms of handling, but it will be beneficial at low speeds to help rotate this vehicle to pretty much shorten the wheelbase so it's easier to park and whatnot. So that's the big advantage here in my opinion. All right, exterior, we have the F Sport looks. Make sure to just watch my walk around if you want to see what it looks like on the outside. Interior, seating for 6. F Sport aluminum pedals, scuff plates, Nulux trimmed heated front seats, heated second row captain's chairs. You have the ambient lighting, thematic or customizable. A 12-inch MID is standard here, as well as active sound control. So you'll get a quieter cabin as it neutralizes road noise, wind noise, etc. All right, options on this. You get the Mark Lev. And then finally, we get since it's a hybrid, you have the option of the 1500 watt AC power outlet. I'm actually disappointed that is not standard. because that is such a nifty feature. And power outages, it's a nifty feature if you're camping or tailgating, for example. Should be standard in my opinion. Cold area package is optional technology package with the panoramic view monitor because it already comes standard with the 12.3-inch MID on this model. That's why it's not mentioned in the technology package. And you also have the convenience package with the front traffic alert, etc. Remember, they have another F Sport performance trim level. This is the luxury trim level. It comes standard with a panel glass roof here. You also have perforated leather instead of Nulux on the base F Sport Performance. F Sport heated steering wheel, and Mark Levinson is standard here on the F Sport Performance Luxury. Optional is still the AC power outlet. It is not standard, and then all this additional things down here like panoramic view monitor are still not standard either, which is quite surprising. 550h Plus will not be available at launch. It will be available probably early 2024. I'm hearing production starts on it by the end of this year, so December, for the plug-in hybrid here. And it will be extremely low volume, and it will be the most expensive grade of this. And I'll take a stab at pricing when I'm done going over the colors and whatnot. All right, so we know it's 406 horsepower. You will have 33 miles of electric range and 30 miles per gallon when that electric range has run up. 22-inch wheels are standard here. Semi-aniline leather trimmed seats. You have 4-way lumbar support and cushion extender, heated and ventilated second row captain's chairs. Mark Levinson 21 speaker pure play. So is the only way you can get ventilated second row captain's chairs on the plug-in hybrid? It looks like that is the case. So only way you get ventilated captain's chairs in the back is going to be on the plug-in hybrid here. And Mark Levinson is standard. Safety it features and technology. Well, it comes with the 6.6 kilowatt onboard charger, which is great. It's not the fastest charging out there, but that's about as fast as my level 2 can charge at home without spending thousands of dollars and installing a 40 amp. But yeah, 12.3-inch multi-information display as well is going to be standard, the MID. Not standard again is the 1500 watt power outlet. And there's all your additional packages on there. When technology like the 360 camera and digital rearview mirror head-up display, in my opinion, those should all be standard here on the 550h Plus. And I forgot to mention the technology package on the luxury to 350 as well as all the hybrids have the option of the digital rearview mirror and head-up display. You won't be able to get a head-up display on the TX 350 Premium, for example, nor will you be able to get the head-up display in the digital rearview mirror on the F Sport Performance Premium package. Only the luxury packages come with the optional head-up display. After looking at all the grade levels here, I mean, the 350 Premium is going to be probably the best buy, but I really would like to have better fuel economy here, and it is unfortunate that there's not a standard hybrid. The problem is the 2.5 liter hybrid that we see in the Grand Highlander, it's really like underpowered in that vehicle, and the Lexus variant here and the TX will be heavier. So I understand why Lexus didn't incorporate the 2.5 liter hybrid with only around 250 horsepower. But I know a lot of people would be fine with it being slow as heck and getting 30 plus, they're like 35 miles per gallon here. What I actually would have liked to seen, since they are keeping the V6 around with the plug-in hybrid here, I really would have liked to see an additional powertrain with the V6 hybrid, the old RX 450h, which I think should have been in here to slot under between the 350 and the 500h F Sport Performance. That would have got us over 30 miles per gallon with the V6, and you would have had over 300 horsepower. So it would have been definitely an upgrade from the 2.4 liter turbo, and you wouldn't have to spend so much, and you wouldn't have to spend an arm and a leg for great efficiency, which really you're only going to see good efficiency on the plug-in hybrid because the F Sport Performance only gets like 23 miles per gallon compared to the 21 on just the turbo model. So to me, the turbo model is more tantalizing than the F Sport Performance, because when I want a hybrid, I want performance and I want efficiency. I'm not getting the efficiency here, and it's going to be a heavier vehicle as well. So I mean, yes, it does have the F Sport adaptive variable suspension to help that, and it will have like the big wheels and whatnot, and it'll look cooler overall. But to me, it's just not that much alluring over the TX 350 Premium. And if you're getting a hybrid, the plug-in hybrid would be the way to go, because you can get this sort of, if your performance is important to you, you can get a lot of this stuff on the lesser brethren, the platinum version of, and the limited version of the Toyota Grand Highlander. But yes, I really think it hurts me inside that it doesn't have the 3.5 liter V6 hybrid, because that would also set it above the Grand Highlander as well. But it is what it is. Maybe we can hold out hope that they would retire the 2.4 liter at some point in time, the base model, and just put in that hybrid powertrain, maybe around 2025 when the battery factory comes along in North Carolina. But don't want to get my hopes up for that. Exterior colors: sparkly black, caviar, matador red mica, which is a sparkly dark red. It's an excellent color. Celestial silver metallic. I think this is a replacement for silver lining metallic. It's probably going to look exactly the same. Nightfall mica. It's a dark sparkly blue. Cloudburst gray, windchill pearl, and incognito. You saw the incognito when I did my walk around in Austin of the F-Sport Performance model. Interior color options: you have black, birch, which would be the way to go in my opinion. It's kind of like a light gray. Then you have peppercorn, which is black and dark brown. It's kind of hard to tell. Your only interior trim is this black grain trim, which is the exact same black grain trim that we saw in the GX. I think it might be in other Lexus models. Yes, I just saw this sort of trim on the RC 350 that I reviewed on the channel. So check out that RC review. Gorgeous car. Love it in flare yellow. All right, move my head around here so you can get a better idea of the packaging with the colors. Incognito is exclusive to the F-Sport models. That's unfortunate because it's a really cool color, but I understand why. The coolest colors should be reserved for the F-Sport Performance models. And the plug-in hybrid luxury model is tied in here with the 350 luxury model. So really, it looks like any paint color can come with any interior until you get to the F-Sport models, where the Cloudburst Gray is not available on an F-Sport model, nor is a Matador Red mica. So no red on an F-Sport model of this, which is unfortunate. Even the Matador Red mica looks sexy in F-Sport trims. So yeah, I think both of these would be amazing as F-Sport colors, but it doesn't look like they're going to be available. All right, here's my stab at pricing. The Grand Highlander starts after destination around $44,000 or $45,000. So I'm going to say the base TX starts at $50,000. Okay, it might sound too low, but hey, they need to like really get into this market and prove that they're here. So let's say TX 350 is $50,000, TX 350 Premium is $55,000, TX 350 Luxury is $60,000. Now that's all before adding on options. Okay, so you can option them to be much more expensive than that. TX 500H F-Sport Performance. Let's say this starts at $60,000, just kind of picking up where the TX 350 left off. TX 500H F-Sport Performance, $65,000. And then TX 550H Plus starting at $70,000. And when you load it all up with all these additional options, don't be surprised if it gets to $80,000 plus dollars. I mean, shoot, there's a plug-in hybrid in my drive right now that is not a 3-row, but it is a 2-row. But they make a 3-row version of it. Anyways, it's a Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xe or 4xe, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, $81,000 is a sticker on that vehicle. So they got to come in around somewhere around there, around $80,000 with it fully loaded, in my opinion, to compete with the other plug-in hybrids out there on the market, which there aren't a lot of plug-in hybrids in this market. So Lexus, doing hybrids pretty much better than everyone else, should have no problem creating demand for the 550H Plus, which should start around $70,000 with all the options, top out around $80,000. So base model $50,000, top model totally loaded up around $80,000 plus. That's what I think it's going to be, and that's why I also think the TX 350 around $55,000 plus before any options is going to be the best buy out of all of them. Let me know which trim level that you guys would be interested in the TX. You got to have 7 passengers seating when you get a big vehicle like this, but maybe that's not that important to you. Maybe you're just getting it for the extra cargo space. You fold down that 3rd row, and then it's seating for 4 in such a large vehicle, and the F-Sport Performance as well as the plug-in hybrid. I'm by far most excited for the plug-in hybrid. because we've never seen this powertrain before in the Lexus or Toyota lineup before. It offers a ton more performance over a RAV4 Prime, but uses the same battery pack, giving us over 30 miles of range, and efficiency is still impressive at 30 miles per gallon. That's what the old RX 450H Plus got, around 30 miles per gallon. And it didn't have a massive battery pack to tug around as well. And it was a smaller vehicle than this TX 550H Plus. So my biggest gripe is that there's no standard hybrid here. There's no 3.5 liter V6 hybrid, which hurts me deep inside, which I think would have been perfect option here, but I've already expressed that. I don't want to go beat a dead horse at this point in time, but I'll see you guys in the comments which powertrain, which trim level is most interesting to you. Obviously, I mentioned the 350 Premium is going to be the best buy, and you can get some nice packages on top of that. And then the one I'm most excited for is the plug-in hybrid. So yeah, I'm getting into there. Thank you guys for watching. Would you be getting a TX? Are you interested in the TX? Obviously you are. If you're watching this, let me know why you're interested in buying the TX. Lexus has absolutely needed a massive 3-row crossover in their lineup because the GX and LX have never filled that role for big families. They're just too compromising with their body on frame architecture. All right, I got to shut down there. Thank you guys. Have a good day. Peace.